EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. First and 10. Here's Wentz. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Go, go!
Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Reset. Hey, easy.
And that'll set them back 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Hey, check 26.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Hey, check 26.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown! As his guys are in for 6. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Forward Tokyo.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Black, come on. This 5-2. Under 10. Sunday. Shorty. 82.
On play action, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Check back, 27. Check back. Hey, ram. That's it. Let's get off the field, D.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now McKinnon. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
That's fine. Yeah. No. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Seated to my right, Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Toronto football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, Things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there.
And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Black. Run. Two jet. Liz 5-3. Gray 15.
Wentz now on first down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Run. Great. No. What's your son?
Wentz now to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Run. 82.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
82, 82. Check 31, check 31.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this.
Single, slot. For Tokyo. Rush in. Ramp. Shoot.
On first down, Wentz. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, stat. 82. Lion.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And complete right side to Cook. And he gets it down to the 32. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Great. 81.
Wentz now on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. On second down, Freeman. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Hang in there now. Go. 82.
Now Wentz on third down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll try and run. Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So that'll back them up 5. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And a huge play that time. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They run it with McKinnon, and he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Hey. That's fine, yeah.
McKinnon. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run with McKinnon. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
This is where you're probably weighing the score and the clock. 3rd quarter, so maybe it's a little early to start worrying about how much time is left in the game. But if you kick the field goal, you make it a 2-score game. A tough balance and a tough decision for any coach to make.
And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lion. Dragon.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
82.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Black, come on. Ram. There, check nickel. Great.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. again is McKinnon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Mexico City as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
To throw, it's Wentz. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 42 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
82.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And he's got it up and through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Gets around him.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run once more with McKinnon. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's McKinnon, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Over here.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Toronto, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.